What is going on, guys? It is Duke. Thank you guys for joining in. This time around, we have some awesome new exciting stuff going on here at the channel. And that is mainly because of something new that was implemented by Supercell just recently global. That is going to be the new Supercell ID policy. Now, if you guys have not heard, you are now able to link your Clash of Clans account to an email address. So let's rewind this. About 2 years ago, I was able to create a second account on one of my daughter's devices, but the problem is I could not get it off of that device. So basically, I played with that account a little bit and then just let it go because I could not get it off. But now, with the new Supercell ID procedure, I was able to go ahead and get that account off of that device and get it onto mine. Now, right now, you're looking at my Town Hall 10 pretty much almost maxed out completely, except for 30 some odd walls. We're almost ready to go to Town Hall 11. It's super exciting. But if you look here, this account here is one of my old accounts. So forever, I've only had one account that you've seen on the channel. Now, if you look, we have a level 69 Tiny Duke. So if you could welcome Tiny Duke to the channel. Let me know if you guys are Town Hall 8. If you have a Town Hall 8, we're going to be jumping into some Town Hall 8 action, farming, war attacks, all kinds of crazy stuff that comes along with Town Hall 8. So make sure you are subscribed right now. Click on that little alert button so that you guys are getting notified for when I release my videos out to the public for everyone to see. Because who knows, maybe it's Town Hall 8, maybe it's Town Hall 10. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So what better way to kick off Tiny Duke than with some farming here? So what we're going to do is over the next couple weeks, we're going to look at a few ways that you can farm up your Town Hall 8. Now, I don't know how many of you are out there that are Town Hall 8s, but hey, Tiny Duke's Town Hall 8, so we're going to be farming. So first, we're going to start off with the extremely basic Barch composition here. So we have 100 barbs, 94 archers, and 3 wall breakers. So a couple things when you're using Barch. If you guys don't know, some people still don't know what Barch is. It's barbarians and archers put together to make up the word Barch. So probably the most primitive form of farming. You're really going after dead bases with mines and pumps that are filled with dead loot sitting in there. You do not want to get inside of the base. Well, of course you would like to, but you can't with Barch because it's so weak. You're just going after the outside structures. It's more for golden elixir. It is not really a dark elixir farming strategy. We will get into those types of strategies. I promise you there's going to be some awesome ones coming up. We're going to try and get into everything that we can as far as Town Hall 8. So it's kind of all... It's all new to me. We're revisiting what I did with my main account a couple years ago. So that was back in, wow, 2014. So we're talking 4 years ago. I did this type of farming. Now we're back at it. So let's go ahead and we're going to look for some live attacks. I'm going to show you what I'm looking for. Now, one thing I did notice, I'm down in Bronze League with actually... What is that? Silver. We're down at silver. So something like this. This is good loot, if you would. So 300 of each. But if you look right now, the one thing that you want to look at for guys who maybe aren't that familiar with the game, these pumps right here and the mines. You see how you see how you can see the bottom of that little pump there? That means it's empty. So if you go after those, it's not going to produce anything for you. Jump back out. What you want to do is you want to find pumps and mines that are filled up, that are packed. Now these here are filled up, but they're very low level. So you want to go after higher level pumps and mines. You want to make sure that they are out in the open. Something like that wouldn't be too bad, but that's not enough loot for me. I'm a little bit picky, depending on how crazy we get, how long we're searching. So this one right here, this one's actually really good. Now, another thing with Barch, you're not worrying about trophies. Do not care about trophies. What I'm going to do is take out one structure there. I'm going to use an archer over there up top, because when I go ahead and drop my basically the bulk of my army down, I really don't want these structures in the way. I want them freed up, opened up, and then you see there's more stuff down here. 1, 2, 3. So right now I can let them sit and wait. You have 3 minutes to complete an attack, so time really isn't a problem. Now, looking at this base here, looks like my barbs are not going to have a problem going in there. You can see that those mines, those gold mines are filled up pretty good. You see it overflowing with gold, and on the side there you see those pumps are filled out. They're maxed out. Now, as you can see, we have some cannons there. So what I'm going to do is play around. I'm going to drop a few barbs down, and then I'm going to drop 2 wall breakers in to pop a hole. Now that'll allow them to get in there and to go on in. Not right this second, but now my boys over here at my my Cerveza clan that I'm in, their secondary clan, they were kind enough to donate me some giants. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and bring the giants in. They are going to tank. So technically, usually I do not farm with any CC troops at all, but that's not a huge deal. So as you can see, we're going to be coming in on the back end. Look at my archers just spread through there, and they're going to be going after those elixir pumps. Now, I will not bring in my Barbarian King unless I absolutely need him. But as you can see, we took a good majority of this loot out of the way. I'm going to keep Barbarian King back. I'm not going after trophies. We did get 1 star, which isn't terrible. So sometimes that's good if there is a star bonus. And the league that you're in, you can get a couple hundred thousand golden elixir of each. So right there, I'm extremely happy. As you can see, these giants are just tanking up like crazy on these low level defenses, so they will do that. So if you're in a clan that can really help out with some higher level troops, and they don't mind giving out giants, are easy because they're so cheap, they're fast to make, and when you put them in against these lower level bases, like I said, they'll just go to town. You can see they walked right through this base with no trouble at all, so they can really help out. Also, loons, if you can get some guys to donate some skelly loons, they can also help out with these lower level bases here with low level defenses. As you can see, my Barch almost took out this entire base, but I'm not really going to worry about that last bit. So we're going to back out of it and see what we wound up with. So 264,000 gold, 324,000 elixir, which is beautiful. That's really, really good. So right now we're going to show you where we're at as far as our progress, and then we're going to jump back into another Barch attack. We're going to train them up real quick. As you can see, I don't even have any armies. I don't even have a boat for the builder's base because it's been so long since I was on this account. It was almost like 2 years since I've been on that. So let's go ahead. We're going to look at the progress base here. We want to get in and let me see. We have some, what is that guy? That is our loot cart, which we cannot deal with that right now. So we're going to go ahead and save that. We're going to jump back into our base here. We're going to set it as active. So we're going to jump in. All right, so as you can see, we have all of our elixir-based buildings up here, non-defensive structures. So camps, we have barracks up there, we have dark barracks, lab, all that fun stuff up here. On this side, we have our defenses. So right now for Tiny Duke, we need to pay attention to defenses, walls. If we jump into our lab, we put the goblins in earlier. So goblins are going in because we will be getting into some Town Hall 8 goblin knife farming. So that's going to be cool. We don't have much else left to do there. So we're going to be maxing out this Town Hall 8, hopefully in no time soon, but it's really the defensive structures that are going to take a while. So once we get on this journey, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. If you guys have any questions about Town Hall 8, let me know down below, things that you're looking for. If you're rushed up to Town Hall 9, we can also help there because these farming strategies can help with that too. So with no announcement, let's go in and jump in on this one. So this is also a pretty good one. 253, 326. That's not terrible loot, but let's shoot for something crazy because I did wind up finding a nasty one. Let me see if we can find that one. 600,000 of each. That was insane. So you're talking 1.2 million raid, which was crazy. If you want to jump in, we don't have to watch the whole thing. But right now, as you can see, look at those packed out pumps and those packed out mines. That is exactly what you want to look for when you're barching. Don't worry about the inside, worry about the outside. Make sure you're spreading out. I'm not going to bore you with all that. We're going to jump into another one. So be patient and find dead bases. Dead bases are key. And down here in these lower leagues, you can find a ton of these dead bases. Here we do not have a CC, so my Barbarian King, he is going to be Mr. Tank Man. we will use him. Wow, look at that. Okay, that is a good one, but at the same time, we have some that are buried. Now, the thing I don't like about this one is that, see these right here, you have the gold store, you have the gold pump and the gold mine and the elixir pump. They're a little bit buried, so I know I will not get at those. So I'm going to skip on through it. As much as it pains me, we're going to skip on past that because there's loot everywhere, so you don't need to worry about that. So we're going to go on through, see if we can find anything else here that is fun to take loot. But like I said, I'm kind of doing 2 accounts here. I know some guys have like 6 accounts. I know Klaus has a whole bunch that he likes to do. I know some of my boys over in the circle, they have a bunch of accounts that they war with that are war ready. This guy, Tiny Duke, he's not really war ready yet. So one day we will, but we're going to war over here in Cerveza for a little while with one of their smaller clans before we jump in and try and get up to Town Hall 9 where all the fun really starts. But we're going to be doing some Hog Rider action. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to be doing drags. I do have level 3 drags here on Tiny Duke, so we'll be doing some maybe some Zapquake drag raids, which is always a fun time. Hopefully we can find something soon, but it is all good. Okay, I think we found one here. That is going to be good. We're going to go ahead and drop down maybe 3 archers down on that storage, which means nothing. We're not going to get anything out of that. Barbarian, looks like a couple archers are going to be ripping through there. Up top, he has this lab hanging out there. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to see a good amount of elixir out of this one, which is awesome. We have 3.4 million elixir. We're going to have a ton sitting there waiting because I think I have pretty much all my camps up and my dark barracks. My barracks are pretty good, so we might put a dark barrack down. So it looks like we have enough here to go. Now, if you look, the majority of this is in a nice semicircle, so we can go ahead and start with our barbs. We're going to do the old 2-finger barbarian drop for the Barch and see what we can get out of here. And then the archers are going to come and flank. I always drop my barbarians first because they will tank for your archers. They have a much higher HP, so they can last a lot longer than your archers. Then you get the archers behind there, a little bit of a range attackers. So right now we can see what's going on. Once I drop all my barbs and archers down, I kind of survey where I'm going to need to go ahead and drop my king. It looks like we have enough of that gold storage taken out there. So I'm going to key in on, let me see, we have some, is there any elixir pump floating around? No, there is not. So I'm going to go ahead and go for that set right there. Even though that is a small elixir storage, I want that gold mine right there. There's still 92,000 gold left, and I think that is a pretty full one. Usually if you see a bunch sitting in the overflow container right there, he's going to go pop it. So we were able to grab another, what, say 60,000 gold out of that, 70,000 gold. So that was good. So all good. We should have a good haul out of that. 280, 347. So you can do that all day. You can pretty much do rapid fire Barch farming, which is amazing. That's why I love the strategy. So nice from Potna Stomp getting a poison spell. So like I said, if you guys have any questions down below, if you have any questions about the Supercell ID policy, I'm still trying to work that all out myself. It was super easy. I was kind of nervous to lose my main account, actually. I was so nervous going in, but it worked out. It took like 2 seconds. You really just got to get a code, pop it in, you're good to go. So now we have our Tiny Duke Town Hall 8, and we have our Duke Town Hall 10. Let me know down below if you're looking forward to that. It's going to be cool. We will catch you guys later.